Hello, Vankahs. We are going to Spa.
Yes.
Yeah. What's up, Vankahs? Get your waffles ready, baby, because we're about to press down on this race. So much going on in the Formula One world. You know we had to give our predictions for Spa. This is, of course, Vankah Hours, part of the Vox Media Network. Guenther, where do you rank Spa on your on the all-time track list?
Where do I rank Spa? I rank Spa as a racetrack very high. As a venue, medium. It takes forever to get out of the place, you know. It takes forever to get into the place, you know. There is, you have to go a long way to get a decent hotel, because all the good hotels around the track, because there are not so many, are taken by teams, and I'm not with a team anymore.
Right.
But as a racetrack, I mean, seriously speaking, as a racetrack, one of the good old historic ones, which you know, I think the drivers love it there. You know, lot of action there, always, and the crowd is very enthusiastic. And I think this year we will have. It is predicted only one day of rain, but in Spa that can change by the hour anyway. So don't go with the weather prediction there. But hopefully not 3 days of rain, you know, or not a downpour. I think it was last year that we got really. It started from nowhere. It was just pouring down. So, but no, as a racetrack, a very exciting one. That one and Japan, very exciting racetracks.
Why no rain? Why are you hoping for no rain?
Because then I get wet if it rains. Have you not understood that? You know, because I have to stand outside. Yeah, because you just watch it from home.
It's about
me. It's about me.
It's about your personal comfort.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
And the poor fans who, even if it rains and the race gets canceled, good luck getting your money back. That's just what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Well, listen, we got a lot to get into with regards to Spa. We're going to give our predictions. We're going to hear what this race is all about from you. But before we do that, let's cue the music.
Oh, Fox smash, my dog. I'm gonna fucking Steiner and I'm back for more. No, Fox smash, my dog. I've got the fucking Steiner and it's time
for... And we are back. Okay, Guenther, can you tell us a little bit about what a car needs, what a team needs in order to be successful at Spa? Like, what is it about this track? What do all these teams, what are they going to be focusing on this week?
What they're going to focus on to have the drivers confident in the car. Because it's so many fast corners, you know, the balance they need to be comfortable with. If there are snaps or anything like this in the car, they lose so much time and it's a vicious circle. You know, the most important is to have stability in the car. I mean, I know that you want that for every racetrack, but for these fast ones like Spa, that is what is important. Because if the car does what it needs to do, then he can find a few tenths. But if the car is not predictable or is snappy or something, you know, it's a bad place to have that in a race, in a fast race like Spa. And then the other thing this year is with the new power unit, also to find a good way that, you know, you have got as much energy and when you need it, you know, that is the team to find that one for the driver, so that he uses whatever energy he can get.
It's also such a long track that, you know, there can be a lot of time, you know, per lap. If you screw something up, then those distances, you know, qualifying might get a little bit interesting in terms of those times. I imagine that the Aston Martins versus the Mercedes-Benz might be a pretty big gap going between them.
Yeah, pretty big gap, and you know, it even becomes worse in the race when the tires go down, because the slower cars normally have a lot more degradation than the good ones, you know. So they will just the lap time will look, you know, there will be a big difference in the lap time between the big boys and the small boys.
Then he wrote, Aston Martin will struggle in this race. I went, really? They will.
wrote that?
That's good to know. Jenny, this will be a very bad race for Aston Martin. I go, you think so? That's a sage-like prediction from
Aston's got some upgrades coming. I believe in Hungary is where they're bringing their big upgrades. And if they're still bad in Hungary, then it's gonna be really, really bad news over there. Maybe Christian Horner does get that job because that's what the rumors are saying.
We will hear the screams in the United States if they are still bad in Hungary. You know, you don't need that TV. You will hear Lawrence Stroll shouting at the world, you know.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
So can a worse car outkick? They say this in America, outkick their coverage. Can a worse car overperform if they get the setup right? So
no.
Are you giving hope?
No. Stop it here. Whatever you want to say, the Aston Martin hasn't got a chance.
Not Aston. Not Aston Martin. Where I'm not talking.
Right.
I'm not talking logo. I'm talking maybe a McLaren. I'm talking maybe a Ferrari. I'm talking. I'm talking maybe Red Bull. Do any of these teams have a shot at winning this that not named Mercedes?
It's a very interesting question. I mean, who gave you that question?
My godlike mind.
Okay.
Well, you were saying that it's a lot about how comfortable the driver is.
No, but
you're not talking about big. You're not here talking big engine. You're not here talking high downforce. You're talking about how comfortable the driver is. That's what you're sitting here talking about. So I'm thinking maybe Max has a chance. I mean, you wrote him off in Austria. I said it was his home race, and he could have won that fucking race. So I'm thinking maybe he's got a chance in this race. It's kind of another kind of home race for him.
Yeah, he's half Belgian. Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
and if it's wet, God help.
I was just going there. If it is wet, you could be right. Otherwise, I think it's difficult, But not only Max, somebody else could do it as well. If it is wet, I mean, we all know if it gets wet there, it's especially like Spa. It's a lot of things can happen with the big boys. I mean, I don't think Aston Martin will make it, but any of the big boys has got a bigger chance if it is wet. Otherwise, I just think because the Mercedes will shine there.
Unfortunately, it looks like the rain that's predicted for Spa is happening on Friday, so the Max Verstappen heads who are looking for the wet race, maybe not going to happen. Okay, let's get into our predictions for this race. Guenther, who do you think will be Rockstar for Spa?
Kimi. He will be the Rockstar. He will go to Spa. We all know he's good. He will just make it all happen there. He will be the now qualifying race, whatever. He will be the Rockstar.
Matt?
I'm going Max Verstappen. I think he put the fear of God into those guys. I think it might rain. I think he likes this track. I think we saw hints of it in Austria.
He gets his wing back. He gets the wing
that he likes back. As long as the wing doesn't try to kill him, he's very good. I think Silverstone, he showed flashes in Austria. Silverstone has lulled you guys into a false sense of security. Do not count him out. I think he will be a rock star in Spa.
I'm going for one Sir Lewis Hamilton. I think Sir Lewis Hamilton, he's won 5 times at Spa. Charles Leclerc won on his home soil, on his favorite racetrack. And I think he's going to be coming back with a vengeance. I think that he's comfortable in that car. I think that car is the most comfortable. They've all said it in terms of the corners. That the chassis on that Ferrari is the best of all of them. I think if it's not going to be one Kimi Antonelli, it's going to be one Sir Lewis Hamilton. I think he is going to be our rock star for Spa. Okay, I love it. 3 different answers for Rockstar. Guenther, who do you think will be the wanker for Spa?
Aston Martin for the last time, we hope.
Aston Martin's last wanker, because they've got upgrades coming. How successful do you think these upgrades are going to be, Guenther? How high is that ceiling?
I think the best they can do, they can catch up to Williams and Haas. Huh? That's I think it's anything.
That's depressing.
Yeah, but it's a big step. I mean, that's half a step to the front runners because I think everything above that one would almost be a miracle. I mean, if you think they're about, let's be at 2.5 seconds, not to say 3, behind the leaders. I mean, to make up 2.5 seconds in how many months they had? 4 months to design and to make these parts. I mean, if they can do that, then the next upgrade, they will be world champion.
Okay, here's a better question. Do you think they will?
They will what?
Do you think they will? Do you think the upgrade will catch them up to Williams and Haas?
Let's say it like this. I hope so. Do I think?
Okay.
Maybe not.
Okay.
If they're not, whose head's rolling? Because someone's got to pay.
Everyone's, I think. I mean, there is a point where Lawrence Stroll just had an offer.
Well, the problem is you could cut off Newey's head, but you can't cut off his equity, right? That's just there forever.
He's got to keep Newey, doesn't he?
Good for him, yeah.
You think if these upgrades don't work, that Newey's like on the chopping block?
I mean, if you go by the history, yes. Or maybe Cardile, the technical director.
Yeah.
That I haven't heard that name. That's not a household name, so I'm guessing that guy is definitely a dead man.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with you there. Yeah, if it doesn't work,
I just nodded. I was like, yeah, of course.
There is no option there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hope for this guy. What's his name? Cardile.
For
Yeah, he came from
Cardile's
Ferrari, yeah.
For Cardile's sake, you're hoping that these Hungarian upgrades work. You think this is going to be the last wanker that Aston Martin gets. That is hopeful thinking. From you, one Guenther Steiner. Matt, who do you think will be wanker for Spa?
Guenther went way out on a limb and predicted Aston Martin.
Huge risk.
Wankers.
Huge risk there, Guenther.
Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna say McLaren. I think they're gonna have it's gonna be a chaotic race. They're gonna have a shot at it, and they're gonna muff it. And wanker. Big opportunity missed by McLaren this week.
Matt, I was going to say McLaren. I was like this, it seems like everything we're reading about them, the upgrades, it's like all the initial, the design was flawed from the get-go. They've had a pebble in the shoe the entire time. They used their budget on fighting Max Verstappen last year because they couldn't put him fucking down, and they applied the rules, and they're paying for it now. So I was gonna say McLaren, but I had a second one in case anyone else said McLaren. I think it's gonna be George Russell. Because last year, in the year where George dominated Kimi, George finished 1 place ahead of Kimi. He was third, Kimi was fourth, and he's not comfortable with the car. And we're just talking about it. If you're not comfortable in the car, Spa will bring that out of you. And as much as George has had success at Spa, he's going up against a murderer's row of Spa. Hamilton, 5 wins. Leclerc, his maiden victory at Spa. And now one Kimi Antonelli, who seems to be both gelling with the car and did a decent job at Spa last year. I think that George Russell will look caught out this year at the Spa Belgian Grand Prix.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I mean, man, I remember last year, Oscar was dominant in this race, and that was when he gelled with the car. And Lando was struggling. And I think actually this was the race that Oscar actually had to tow Lando, I think, out of Q1. It was one of those races where that's how bad Lando looked because he wasn't gelling with the car. And
Well, Lando
yeah, I think-
wound up getting pole at Spa last year, and I think Oscar got him right at the beginning of the race. So, but Lando was off. He was the all leading up to it in a year where Lando was looked better in practice 1, practice 2, practice 3.
Right.
Q1, Q2, and then all of a sudden Oscar pips him. Oscar actually had the better of Lando through all of those sessions. Lando wound up pipping Oscar in Q3, but then Oscar pipped Lando right at the start of the race. But I don't think there's going to be any.
That's what it was.
Excitement.
It was Spanish
from
GP
McLaren.
that was the toe. Sorry,
It was
I
the
was
Spanish
wrong.
GP that was the toe. Okay, moving on. Guenther, who will be on pole at Spa?
Kimi Antonelli. Kimi Antonelli will be on pole. Yeah.
No shot? No one else has a shot?
No one else. Everybody else just participates. Kimi is going there to be on pole. He knows it already. All the other ones is, your question would be, who will be number P2?
Number 2.
Yeah, who will be P2? That's the question.
Okay. Well, answer that.
Okay.
Who will be P2? Luis.
Okay. Matt, who do you think is going to be on pole?
Lewis Hamilton.
Absolutely, Lewis Hamilton, I believe, will be on pole. Does he win the race? I don't know. But I think that Lewis Hamilton will be on pole at Spa as well. Okay.
This race is rarely won from pole.
It's not, pole doesn't help you that much.
It will be this year.
Okay.
Okay, before we get to our podium predictions, Guenther, who do you think is in the hot seat going into the Spa Grand Prix? Who has the most pressure?
Who has the most pressure? George.
Yeah.
George.
We said Charles. We said Charles before, but now he's past that
Charles,
potato.
Charles is
He's
good.
past
Yeah,
that-
exactly. Yeah. Oh, the hot potato is now, and George holds it very strongly. As much as he doesn't want it, but he has got it in the moment. The hot potato is with him. Yeah.
You think so? Even after the last few weeks, he's been able to shrink his gap to Kimi just on points. I mean, Kimi's had bad luck. Do you think that there is still that much pressure on him?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Because everybody talks about Kimi, nobody talks about George. He had the comeback, but it was not a dominant comeback. It is like just putting your head up and then being beaten down again. Here I am, poof, go down again, George. So that's what is happening in the
Matt,
moment. So
who do you think's in the hot seat?
It's George. I mean, he's been winning on these technicalities, right? He's been winning on sort of because Kimi's sort of beaten himself, or his gloves have exploded, or whatever. He hasn't actually he's got to knock Kimi out one of these times in order for us to believe that he
George
has
is
the
back.
juice.
Yeah.
That George is back. He hasn't knocked him out once since Australia. So he's got to knock him out. And until he's done that, it doesn't matter how many times he beats Kimi, quote unquote, whether it's on strategy or reliability. It's just not. It's not going to convince anybody.
Yeah, I hear that. I think who else is in the hot seat? Who I'm giving the hot seat for Spa to? The Red Bull Racing organization. Mm-hmm. Because they have one very unhappy customer on their hands who is looking for, any port in a storm at this point. And he is trying to get the fuck out of there. He's had 2 crashes because of rear wing malfunctions, and they need to fix something. Because we can talk a little bit about the rumors maybe right now, but he is looking elsewhere and maybe looking, the retirement stuff. Red Bull needs to prove quickly to him that they are a worthwhile organization for him to be a part of. So to me, the hot seat's on them. Keeping Max happy, which seems like it's a very difficult task right now. Let's talk a little bit before we get to the final predictions for this episode. There's rumors, Guenther. McLaren. Everyone's talking about McLaren. Will Buxton does this cryptic tweet. Everyone thinks, it's a McLaren thing. It's actually about IndyCar. You know what? Bully for that tweet, bully for that engagement, and bully for IndyCar. But there is some smoke around the Max Verstappen future and it potentially being at McLaren. What do you make of those rumors?
They're bullshit. I mean, Zach Brown supports his drivers every time he says, we have got 2 drivers, we are happy with them. If he now changes one, I mean, that would not go down well as being a believable person, He could say nothing about it, but he continues to say, we are happy with our drivers, they are here to stay. Obviously, Max is looking around. Also, that is a reality. Why would he not? But difficult. And why would he move to McLaren? McLaren is struggling more than Red Bull. So you move there to do what? I mean, it's a lateral move. It's not a move forward. So he needs to move to Mercedes or Ferrari. And we discussed this many times. In the moment, they don't have a car for him, except the FIA and FOM let them run a 3rd car. Otherwise, they have two cars with good drivers and the drivers they want to keep. So very difficult. As much as Max wants a different car, there is nothing better around in the moment than he's sitting in it. I think he needs to spend his time making sure that Red Bull is not losing more people and getting new people, and getting better again, because they can do it. I mean, they've got all the infrastructure to do it.
I do agree with you about this. I mean, Zach Brown coming out and saying with his chest, as much as he has, that we are happy with our guys. The quote was, Lando and Oscar have their names engraved on their race seats. I don't understand why you would, it makes no sense why you would say that and then pull some move like this, unless you're really trying to pull some type of fast one, but then your reputation goes down as part of it. I mean, last year when there was the Toto Wolff, maybe Toto's making a play for Max. When he was asked about it, it was way less solid than what Zach Brown has said. So I kind of agree that there's, unfortunately, Max Verstappen is stuck at one Red Bull Racing.
He's stuck in the moment of Red Bull, yeah, as much as he doesn't want it.
Right. When they asked Toto about Max Verstappen coming to Mercedes, like, what do you consider it? He didn't say George and Kimi are safe. He said, well, he's Max Verstappen. You got to at least think about it. It's be crazy not to. It's a totally different answer. Although, I got to say, the way he'll just throw a driver, the way Zach Brown will assassinate.
He can be ruthless.
He can be ruthless. He just assassinates Daniel Ricciardo. Now, he was really struggling, but it was abrupt. It's like, Daniel Ricciardo, gone. I mean, look, he just assassinated, Aaron McLaren just assassinated Lundgaard. He was leading in IndyCar. He was leading that team. He had the most points out of any driver. He was beating Pato O'Ward in the points, and he just threw him to the curb for Dixon. So he's not above.
But he didn't say that Lundgaard has got his name engraved in the seat. or maybe he gives the seat as well to Red Bull or Oscar with the name engraved. He said, yeah, his
that's
seat
right.
was engraved.
Here's Oscar's engraved seat mold. You can have it.
Yes. Maybe the seat is engraved, but those seats are detachable.
Exactly.
Right?
You give them with the driver, yeah,
exactly.
That's right. You hand him. Didn't they do that with someone where they brought a guy over? They like tied him up in, they brought someone from one garage to the other. Wasn't it Nick DeVries? They like put Nick DeVries on some type of trolley and tied him up and delivered him to Red Bull. That was tough because what happened there? It was like
he didn't stay long.
It was all fun and games until you realized where he was going.
Exactly, he didn't stay long. Yeah.
Okay, let's get to our final prediction. Guenther, what's your podium for Spa?
Kimi, Rockstar, Lewis, George,
Max.
In the McLaren or Red Bull?
And the Red Bull. Max, Lewis, Kimi, Lewis. Another GOAT podium.
I'm going a different way. Lewis, Kimi, Leclerc. That's what I think. I think George Russell, fifth. But I think Lewis pulls out another win. We'll see what happens. Anything can go down. Guenther's probably right, but hey, we make it fun. Can't just predict Kimi Antonelli winning every week and Aston Martin being bad every week, okay? Someone's got to spice it up. But that does it for us. Subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. Turn on your notifications. All that good stuff. We will see you on Monday and Wednesday for all of the Spa reactions to this race. Goodbye, Vankahs.
Goodbye, Wankers.
Bye, Vankahs.